Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've always been curious about this one, and now that a friend picked one up, we can finally talk about it. His experience start to finish. Quick note before we begin, there's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the detail. So, this portable power station has kind of become my go-to whenever the power grid throws a curveball or we head out for a weekend in the wilderness. I bought it with two ideas in mind. Keep a fridge running on camping trips and have a dependable backup at home. When this unit arrived, I charged it up to full and started testing it like I would any piece of gear I rely on. One of the first things that jumped out was the regulated 12-volt DC output. That may sound small, but it matters a lot when you're running DC-powered devices or a small fridge. Under a real load, the 12-volt output stayed steady, and the fridge kept running for hours. I ran the fridge for about 15 hours straight, and the power station was still showing more than half of its charge. That kind of stability is exactly what I was after, and it gave me real confidence in using this as a serious backup. I also checked the AC side just to see what kind of headroom was there. I put it under a bit of a load around 280 watts for 6 minutes, and it pulled it without breaking a sweat. No hiccups, no strange noises, and the outlet stayed responsive for the whole stretch. The USB ports worked as expected, which is a nice convenience when you're charging phones, tablets, or small gadgets at the same time. Then I took it to the garage to test solar charging. I hooked it up to 250-watt panels and watched the input climb. I did see a peak around 62 watts at one point, which is respectable for a unit of this size and setup. It took a little over 8 hours to go from a mid-60% starting point to full, which isn't bad when you're relying on sunshine. It felt good to know you can top it up with solar and be back to full in a workday or a sunny afternoon. It's not just about raw numbers, though. This feels like a thoughtful piece of gear. It's easy to move around the house, and it's not so bulky that you can't take it to the shed, the campsite, or a friend's place. It's clearly designed around practical use, not just specs on a page. If you've ever run into reliability questions with this kind of kit, you're not alone. I did have an early rough patch with a defective unit and some slow customer support, which was frustrating. Jackery did replace the unit, and the new one has performed as I expected: steady 12-volt output, solid power delivery, and dependable charging from AC, DC, or solar. So far, this is a solid value in its class, especially if that regulated 12-volt output is a priority for you. Overall, I'd say this is a great companion for camping, outages, and short road trips, with the caveat that you want to keep an eye on support just in case you run into an issue. So that wraps up the review. I appreciate you watching, and if you want to take a closer look, I've added the product link in the description. You might also find some current deals there. Take care.